Breaking free from our usual Christmas traditions of buying cakes, here's me baking our own Christmas fruitcake at home. These are everything you're going to need to bake your own fruit Christmas cake, and I'll be listing out all of this in the description so you can take it from there. So the first step, and the tricky part for me, is separating the whites from the yellows in your eggs. So you take 4 eggs, crack them open, keep 2 bowls ready so you can separate the whites from the yellows. Use a separator because that's the easiest way to do this.
She thought she was in control. How wrong she was.
After intense struggle, I managed to get that done. So what you need to do is collect your 4 egg whites into a separate bowl so you can hand mix it all together. The hand blender needs to be on fast so that the thick paste that eventually comes out has a very solid feel to it. It's rather evident with my very unsteady hands how I never made it into medicine, but flour is the next step. So use a strainer to put out all of the powder so none of the solid parts come in. The next thing you need to do is add 1 full tablespoon of baking powder and half a spoon of baking soda. In addition to these 2 dry ingredients, add in a pinch of salt to give it that little kick of flavor. Once you've kept your dry ingredients aside, take a separate bowl where you need to add 1.5 sticks of butter, which is what I have used. The description will have the exact quantity along with powdered sugar or icing sugar. Icing sugar just makes it a little tastier for me, so I went ahead with that. Use your hand blender on full again, so it's all blended well together. So keep the hand blender going on high and make sure you're going only in one direction with no lumps of sugar or butter remaining. Once you've blended the sugar and butter together, you need to add in the yellows of the egg. Make sure you do not put the whites in that. Put in after that a little bit of cinnamon powder, nutmeg, ginger powder. What I really like to do is add a little bit of vanilla essence, so when you're blending this all together and once you bake the cake, the aroma is just incredible. Get your hand blender on high and get that all going together. The next thing you need to do is half your flour into 2 portions. So when you're putting it in, put in just 1/2 of the flour along with just 1/2 of the egg whites that you separated at the start of this video. Make sure you hold the hand blender down so the powder doesn't fly out of the bowl, and mix that all really well together. Once it's all mixed together, add in the second half of the flour and the second half of the egg whites. You'll see a little bit of liquid remaining, add that in too because that just helps the mixture get a little bit of consistency to it. Keep your hand blender on high and mix all of your ingredients in one direction. And there's a taste check that was required. Add in the dry fruits after that. Using a spatula, mix all of that together properly so that there are no lumps of dry fruits and it's all mixed really well at the bottom of the bowl. We're almost at the end of it. So what you need to do is grease your baking pan and put in the mixture of the cake evenly spread out in the pan. All the baking details are in the description, and there you go, that's what it looked like.